back alive. So what were we doing? Right, if you notice, I'm still ahead of my origin branch by 3 commits. Right? What commits? Well, it's Dylan's commit, it's Dylan's merge into main, and then it's the merge of main into my branch. Right? That's 3 commits. Make sense? Now I want to push my commits up to my version of my branch that's on GitHub. So we do git push, origin, feature, learn how to spell, how to run. Okay, there we go. And so now we go back to GitHub, go back to our pull request, refresh it. What do we notice? Well, all those commits are now here, right? And actually, if we go to the files changed, you'll see that the files changed has the combination of changes that we want it to, right? Main is still exactly as Dylan left it. We haven't put the changes in main yet. So if I really quickly, because I do want this to be very clear, go back to main right here, you'll notice it still looks like what Dylan left it as. And if I go to my branch, well, my branch is how we want it to be after the merge, right? Makes sense? And now we want main to have our changes in it. So we go back to this pull request and we say, whatever Dylan, you don't have to approve anything. I'm confirming my merge, and off it goes. Now, I do recommend, just as a side note, to delete branches when you're done with them, because if you didn't notice already, the drop down can get messy quite quick. So let's just clean it up as we go. And what do you know, main is now up to date. And so we've shown you how you can have a pull request, how you can deal with conflicting changes, and how to push your changes up onto your branch, which is kind of everything you really need to do Git well. Yeah, go on.
No worries.
Yeah, let's quickly, that's actually a great point. Let's clarify it with the graph so you can understand fully how it all went. You gotta do a git fetch.
Yeah.
Or actually, you might need a git pull on this one.
So that one. Brilliant. So, you can see here how basically Oliver and I, we went divergent from the main branch and we did our own thing. So those 3 comments that Oliver was just talking about is what he worked on throughout, on his branch, and then he merged back into the main branch. And you can see where I've also done it, but I did it a lot earlier than Oliver did. So you can actually see physically that it comes in at an earlier point in time compared to his. So this graph is pretty useful for if you ever get lost and you're not too sure where you went or what main is up to. You can always use the Git graph to help you understand things in a visual way. And yeah, just Google for Git graph tools and usually it will produce something. Or if you go to the extensions panel in VS Code, so this one here, you can download all sorts of useful things. Just type in what you want and that'll be great. So that's it.
Any questions? Does it make sense?
Guys, have any last questions? Anything you want to have re-explained, or perhaps any tips and tricks maybe for the hackathon regarding Git? Any last questions?
Sorry for the long workshop, guys. There's a lot to get through.
Yeah,
Git's pretty hard to explain without taking it slowly, as you guys can probably guess just from reading it.
Alright, well look, we'll wrap it up there. SyncSack this weekend. Check your email for the info pack. Got everything you need to know. Alright.
Where are you supposed to be recording?
So the recording we'll figure out a way. We'll probably make it available on a drive where